Namo Gurudev Namo
Om Namo
Gurudev Namo Namo Gurudev Namo Namo Gurudev Namo Namo Gurudev Namo Namo
This is where I used to practice
Gurudev Namo.
my yoga.
Dave, this is where Hindu scored 28 on you guys in the second half. Annihilated you guys. But guess what? You guys didn't have Sully. Sully was sick or something.
So it was
And then just to show you how valuable he was to his team, when you guys came over to St. Joe's, you had Sully on the team, you killed us. He was that vital. Meanwhile, what did you contribute to your damn basketball team? Not a whole hell of a lot.
play.
You scored a point for the wrong team when we played you. You scored a point for our team, Dave. No, Dave.
I quit after 7th grade basketball.
Well, Dave, who cares about basketball when you've got... Roll them out. Roll them out, Dave. I was wondering if you could recall the time when you were at districts, and I believe Chris Bragg put you through some sort of hypnosis that led to a victory at districts. Can you go into detail about that?
He basically laid me down and like put me in under like a state of hypnosis, which he was just asking me to sleep and meditate on his voice, and then he said all the things I needed to do, which I wrote down those things, such as like get the takedown, claustrophobia on the bottom. I think the other one was go for the pin. Always go for the pin. And I think the fifth one was just 100% all 3 periods. Oh, and then like win districts, go to state. And he repeated those things to me while I was under this state of hypnosis. And then that was forgotten. That was like about 2 weeks before the district tournament then. And it wasn't until later on I found this piece of paper with all those things written on it, and I put it in my scrapbook and I saved it and I showed it to Carla Bragg and told her about the story. And I felt like I won the district tournament because of that, and some other things too. But I lost that paper.
What happened at the wrestling match? You were wrestling some guy at districts, and how did what Chris said to you lead to your victory? What was that transformative experience?
Yeah, the transformative experience was going up against a guy that he had pinned his 2 other opponents. He was pretty tough. And I already had, because I was in the semifinals, I already had 2nd place. So I was going to go to state. So I was happy about that. I was just a junior. And once the match started, and this guy took me down really quick, pretty much manhandled me. I think he actually got some back points. I think he was ahead like 5-0, and I think I escaped. I think I was 5-1, and then it was like the 3rd period. I think it might have been 5-2. He was ahead, and it was like 20 seconds left. And I still was in my mind like, it's okay if I get beat. I'm still going to state. And the crowd was yelling, I guess for me to win, or I felt like they were yelling for me. But we were on a break, so I was down, and he was on top, and just about before the ref blew his whistle, my mom's voice came out of the crowd, like she said, "You can do it." And it was like all the other voices like went away, and it was like her voice was like a sonar. That was the weirdest thing about it. It penetrated me, those words. And when the ref blew that whistle, it was like I started yelling. I was chanting those words. You can do it. You can do it. And it was like I went into another dimension of like pure energy. I picked up this guy's body like it was a toothpick, and I was down. He was on top of me, but somehow I spun up in the air, caught his head, and just proceeded to just take him to the mat on his back. And I was just screaming, "You can do it! You can do it!" I remember that. Just pinned him. I think there was like maybe 2 seconds left in the match. And I'll never forget that time because I just wanted to see my mom. Because I knew that power came from her. It was a spiritual experience. I always wrote it down as a spiritual experience, but it's hard to believe those things happen. And you just go on, you could contribute it to adrenaline, but it was like all the chakras were in line and energized. That's what I see it as today.
You want to do some takedowns or what?
Although we used to wrestle on mats like that.
Oh yeah, so did we.
Just kind of square mats.
All right, well, let's go meet the kids and do a short lecture, keep it about 10 minutes, and then we'll give you a tour of the rest of school. Namo Gurudev Namo Namo Gurudev Namo Namo
Hello, where's my water?
Gurudev Namo Namo
Hi.
Hi.
Gurudev
Get my
Namo. Start over there.
This is the classroom that I received my most severe punishment.
Really?
I almost thought I was going to get kicked out of school. But they made us clean in the cafeteria every day for like 2 months as a penalty. And boy, that wasn't very nice.
What,
at
after
all.
school?
And we missed recess.
What'd you guys do?
We got into a fight and with the 7th graders.
Really?
This was my 6th grade class,
Well, good for you.
and I got a black eye, so I couldn't get out of it.
Mhm.
I came to school with a black eye, and the teacher asked questions, and I was the honest guy and told him that an 8th grader punched me in the eye and gave me a black eye.
Who was it?
So she brought me out of the classroom immediately and had a private conversation with me outside in that hallway about the fight. And with that piece of information, I ended up getting like 8 people in trouble. And people didn't like me there very well. It all started in the cafeteria. Meeting people you like and you don't like. Understanding to share food, but equally keep your hands off other people's food. Oh, so many lessons learned in the cafeteria.
Namo
Om Namo
Gurudev Namo
Gurudev Namo
Namo
Om Namo
Gurudev Namo.
Gurudev Namo. That are really good people, and they grow these beards for tradition, for peace and love. And a lot of people are calling people with beards or even like head covers. They call it, these are like turbans. People are like they're like saying they're terrorists. I've been accused of being a terrorist already. And I have never had one feeling of terrorism. I mean, I fight terrorism.